Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up templates in Xero for communications with your customers. These are really useful for when you're trying to be paperless. We're not necessarily printing things off. What we're doing is we perhaps raise a sales invoice on Xero and we email that to our customer. What it will do is it will fill in quite a lot of the information for you without you needing to know their customer name, their email address, the amount on the invoice, that kind of thing. It just automates a lot of this for you. So to show you what I mean, to access this setting, we go to Settings at the top of the screen, click on General Settings. Once loaded up, we scroll down to Email Settings. And here, this is where we can create, add, edit, that sort of thing, anything that we need to do. So in the template section, if we click Edit, you'll note it said that there was 8 available templates already. We can add if we wanted to. But if we wanted to edit the sales invoice template, we click on this basic item here next to sales invoice. And then we just work through the sales invoice template. So name the template. So we've just called it basic, or it's basic by default. What's the email subject header that we want to have when we send a sales invoice out? So in this instance, what it's going to do is it's going to say invoice, and then you'll notice there's something in square brackets here, invoice number. What that is, Xero call these placeholders, and they're available here. They give you many options. What they do is they say, right, instead of you leaving that blank, and sort of working out what the sales invoice number is that you're actually sending, if you just put invoice number in square brackets here, we'll go and find that for you. So if it was invoice 1001 that we send off, it would automatically populate as being 1001. You don't need to do anything there. Then it's going to write the word from, and then it's going to have trading name in brackets. So when you set up your Xero account, you give yourself a trading name, or it just might be the same as your company name. And that will just bring in that information for you. So it saves you having to type invoice 1001 from the Best Company Limited. You know, it will bring that in for you automatically. Because that name doesn't change, there's nothing stopping you deleting that placeholder and typing your company name in anyway. It just means that if you tweak your company name in the future slightly, it would automatically update. And then it's going to write the word for, and then it's going to put the contact's name in there. So if this was contact a customer limited, let's say their name might be Alan Customer, it would automatically fill in the words or name Alan Customer there for you. So the subject header would read invoice 1001 from Best Company Limited for Alan Customer as the subject header. And you haven't typed anything in there, it's just gone and done that for you. If we move on to the body of the email that gets sent with the sales invoice, then it's going to show you saying, hi, customer. So in this instance, it might say, hi, Alan. Here's invoice 1001 for pound sterling, so a pound symbol there, and then the amount that's on the invoice. So if the invoice was £1,000, it would say, here's invoice 1001 for £1,000. Then it's explaining how much is outstanding on the invoice, and it's also saying this will be due on X date. So again, when you've raised the sales invoice, you may have set up payment terms for this customer that might be 15 days or 30 days. So that would automatically bring in the date here where it's due. So it's a little bit more in this customer's face when this invoice becomes due. There's no, oh, well, I didn't read the invoice or I never opened it kind of thing. It's like, it's in the text of the email. You've definitely seen that information. And then just basically you can type out whatever you want. So, you know, you can create a link to the invoice online. You know, you can sort of give them some information. We can link in our names, our telephone numbers. As you can see, there's lots to choose from to really personalize the email. What I find a lot of businesses tend to do is spend quite a bit of time in this section when they first set up Xero and really fill out the email, because it looks as though they have written that email to that customer. And it looks as though they spent a bit of time, when in actual fact they've spent the time once and they're reaping the benefits time and time again after. So it comes across as really personal, but in actual fact it's not at all. It looks very good and you haven't spent much time on it. All you do then is, if you make any changes at that point, we just simply click save at that junction. And we can do this for all these default templates here. So if we send a statement, that might have slightly different wording. It might have the total outstanding on the statement rather than referring to an invoice. any remittances we send, quotes, etc. So definitely worthwhile spending the time here to really personalize or automate your emails to give a really personal vibe towards your customers and your suppliers. So hope that's helped, guys. Please feel free to get in touch if you have got any questions. We're always happy to help. Thanks very much for watching.